Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to register for Canhack 2022. So let's start off by looking at this resource that's available on the DMZ Canhack website. So if you scroll down the main page, you're going to get to a section called How to Register, and this includes how to register instructions for teachers, supervisors, and for students. So this is a great resource when you're registering to make sure that you've completed all of the steps. To be considered fully registered, you must complete all of the steps outlined for both teacher supervisors and students. So let's start off with the teacher registration. So the first thing you're going to do is sign up for Canhack here. This is a Google form, and if you don't do this form, then your student teams might not be able to be eligible for the prizes. So to ensure you can win the prizes, you must sign up with this Google form right here. So right here, this is the Canhack 2022 registration form for teachers, supervisors. So we're just going to fill out the form. You're going to fill out your first name, last name, how did you hear about Canhack. You're going to talk about if you're an individual supervisor, for example, if you're a parent or you're somebody's parent, somebody's guardian, or if you represent an organization, institution, or school, like for example, if you're a teacher for the computer science class. So I put that I represent an organization, institution, or school. This is a good option for the teachers. And if you're not a teacher and you're doing it on your own, then you would select that option. And if you're a student that's registering on their own, then you would put this option right here. Then it's going to ask for what organization you're going to be representing. I'm going to go with school. And I just put Ryerson, but obviously you're going to put down the school that you are representing. Then how many students do you plan on registering for the Canhack 2022 competition? And I've just put down 30. So if you can put however many students you have over here. You can put anywhere, whatever number you have, 5, 50, 30, however many students you have. What province or territory? I put Ontario. Are your students attending virtually or in person? I think a lot of students are attending school virtually now. If they're in person, you can do that, and hybrid as well. What is the postal code of the school your students are attending? I just put a random postal code for now. And which of the following is your school? You're going to fill that information out. Then so every week the lead mentor will be hosting office hours for supervisors to drop in and ask any questions they may have about Canhack 2022, the PICO CTF game, and the workshop content. Would you be interested in attending these sessions? You're going to put yes, no, or maybe. And then would you like to be notified of future opportunities for students from the DMZ? And you can either select yes or no. And then once you hit submit, your registration, the first part of your registration is complete. Now we're going to go back to the website and complete the second step. The second step is having an account on PICO CTF. And I already have an account. If you don't have an account, you need to register for an account first. It's very important that you make an account on PICO CTF. Then the third step is that starting Feb 1st, teachers can assign students to classrooms. In the classroom page, you can view the progress of your students. So I'm going to show you where the classrooms page is. It's right at the top, the tab. And you can join a classroom. You can create a new classroom. For teachers, you're going to create a new classroom. Make a classroom name. I will just put Ryerson 102 this year. Create the classroom. And the invite code right here. So this is important. If you want students to join your classroom, you send them an invite code and they can join the classroom by using that invite code. So now in these classrooms, I can see all of my students, their progress. For example, right here, I can see what the students is doing. Right now, because the competition hasn't started, it's not really showing any progress. But once the competition starts, this area will be populated. You can also make them, promote them to classroom leader. You can remove them. So this is a really good idea. You can also do batch registration for your students if you have a lot of students. And so you can, upload a file that has all of their information. So if you have a lot of students, it's encouraged to batch register them. So going back, now that we've done that, it's going to be collect all usernames and teams that your students will be using on the Pico CTF platform and fill out this Excel template right here. So it's really important that you fill out this Excel template. But before we do that, I just want to show you how to register for the competition if you have, as a teacher, if you haven't already done so. So you're going to go to the compete section right here, and this is where it shows you that Pico CTF 2022 is open for registration. So you're going to do register now, and then you're going to register now. And if you're registering as a teacher, you can change it to student as well. But if you're registering as a teacher, you're going to fill out all of this information. It's very important that you do fill out all of this information, read the rules, and hit submit. And that is when you'll be registered completely for Pico CTF website. There are still steps that need to be completed. For example, we still have to complete the Excel form right here with all of your students' usernames and teams. So this step will happen after your students have all completed their registration and given you their team names. So once they've done that, you're going to go right here and fill out their team name. So what is recommended is that you could just copy and paste this into a new Excel file, or you can make a copy of it. And then once you've completed that, you're going to put your team name down here. You're going to put your students' usernames down here, and you're going to put down your school name. And then it's really important that you upload this Excel sheet to a form, and the form link will be shortly shared. So once you've completed that, you're going to share this. You're going to copy the link, and you're going to share that in the form that we share with you. And then this last step is an optional step for support with challenge from industry mentors. You and your students can follow along on the official Pico CTF Discord, or you could send an email to Naveed if you have any other questions that are not answered here. A great resource for even further details on registration are available at the resource guide right over here. Now we're going to take a look at student registration for Canhack 2022. So we're going to start off at the same webpage as for the teachers, which is the DMZ Canhack website, and this website is linked in the description below for easy access. You can scroll down to the registration section or just hit register below. We'll take you there. So right here, the instructions to register are outlined for both teachers, supervisors, and students, as mentioned. So if you're a student, you're going to follow all of these steps to be successfully registered for the competition. The very, very first step is to fill out the same Google form that the teachers did. So we're going to go right here and fill that out. So it's going to ask you some basic information that's required, like your email, your first and last name, how did you hear about Canhack, and then it's going to ask you, are you an individual supervisor? Do you represent an organization, institution, or school? You're going to select, I'm a student registering individually. Then right here, you're going to have to fill out your information. This section is going to take you to tell us some information about who your teacher supervisor is. So it says, who is your supervisor? I'm going to put teacher, supervisor's first name. I'm just going to put a random name right here, Naveed's name. What grade are you in? Grade 12. Do you plan on forming a group? Maybe. What organization will you be representing? School. And so if most people, you're representing yourself or your team if you're a student. And then this part's very important. You have to understand that in order to be successfully registered, your teacher or supervisor must register for Canhack first. And if they don't, then you might not be eligible for the prizes if successful. So it's really important that they need to register and add your team in their classroom. So let's go next. And this is just if you want a few emails and for future opportunities, you can hit yes or no and submit. Once you've done that, your registration, the first part of your registration is complete. Now we have to go back and we have to actually tell our teachers and supervisors and make sure they've registered, because if they have not registered, then our registration will not count. So at this point, most of your teachers and supervisors will have completed this step before you, but if they haven't, then make sure to remind them. What should be ideally happening is your teachers and supervisors should be registering first and then informing their students that I've registered, now you may register. So this is a very important step. So make sure that they've done that. Then you need to create an account on Pico CTF. Again, if you have not already done so, you should be doing that, because on this website you can practice problems and it's really helpful to already have an account. So again, every single person on your team must have their own individual Pico CTF account. Multiple people cannot share the same account, so make sure that everyone on your team has their own account. So let's register for an account. I've already registered my account, so once you registered and you're logged in, you're going to go into the compete section. And from here, you can register for the 2022 competition. So I'm going to read this and I'm going to register now. So before registering, make sure you read the full event rules. Once you've done that, you can register. So I'm going to register as a high school student, Ryerson, Canada, school country. I've just put a random postal code here. You don't have to do these 2 questions if you don't want to. I'm going to put grade 12. I've read and agreed to this event rule after already reading the rules. I'm going to hit submit. So then my registration has been submitted, and at the top, I'll see a tab right here that shows me my profile. In this profile, I can go create a team. So if somebody else, so it depends on who's creating a team. If you're the one in your team that's in charge of creating a team, you're going to create a new team and you're going to create a new team name. So I'm just going to put Ryerson 101 and submit. If you are going to join a team, then whoever creates the team is going to get an invite code, and you need to put that invite code and join their team. So it's really important that not everybody is creating the team on your team. There must be one designated individual responsible for creating the team for all the team members. Once that person has created the team, the other members of the team can use join a team to join it. Okay, so once you've done that, and all your team members are registered, then the next step is informing your teacher or supervisor about your Pico CTF usernames and the team name. So it's very important to get them this information for the prizes and for successful registration. So once you've completed that, then you have completed your registration for Canhack 2022. If you have any questions regarding anything that's not covered, the resource guide is a great place for additional FAQs. You can also email Naveed Tagari. Thank you for watching, and please make sure to register.